So of course my name is Udrole Mojibola, and I I want us to quickly have this live session because I'm still going to be coming back later in the afternoon to show us how we finally finish this. Now, the reason I actually wanted to do this, or I'm doing this now, is because I want to show us the process with which I was able to actually create some opening, because I'm going to be wrapping the insole and I might not have time to actually show us that in the afternoon session. So what we're going to be doing basically is I want to show us how you can basically position and then open up, while you are creating this, to create a lasting fit and also a perfect fit. Please, you can do well by helping me to share this particular link to classes where you are, so that they can easily benefit from it. So now you will see that I've marked some places there. I need this. I know these are questions that might come up, and that's why I want to quickly explain. I don't want this to go longer than necessary. I have a class very soon, but I need to show us. Now, I didn't go into this because I've on how you can create designs such as this. So particular one is for this particular leg. I have a particular position where I'm going to be using. Now, if you see what I did, I just stitch my upper. I've cut this, and all I did was stitch. So I stitched them right side facing right side, then I turned it, this way. So that's all you have here. That's all you have. So from what I have now here, I want to be able to know where exactly I'm supposed to punch. So you can get a nail, or you use a stapler to hold this down to be able to know where to place. I want to open it. That's why I'm actually showing us. So I'm going to try as much as possible to place this right here. For those who may not know, all we do majorly is we make shoemaking easy and simple. So if you don't know how to create this, please just check my channel, open toe design, because it's the same thing as open toe design that I've taught us severally. I taught one quite recently, and it's the same process. By the time you create an open toe that looks like this, and normally when you talk about open toe, let me show us an example of an open toe design. I think I have one on my table. If you have something like this, can you see? When you have something like this, the only difference between this and this is the fact that I fill it up. You understand? I place this down. I still use the shape, although it's not the same shape with what I have right here. It's not the same. It's not exactly the same shape, but it's also the same. Can you see it? So when you have this, all I did was just fill this part up, depending on the shoelace that I'm actually using. So that's the little secret to creating this kind of design. As long as it's going to be just the toe part, is going to perfectly stay. And don't forget, you are the one that will be adjusting, adjusting it at the front, so you don't have any issues with that. So you will see how I taught how to create this. It's on my channel. Please go check it out so that we don't have to go to that again. So you can see I've held it down. So you want to also note where you intend to stop here, because I already marked a point I want to use. While I was actually creating the pattern, I had actually noted a part. So I'm still going to put some adhesive here. So I brought it here. I still held this part down. Don't forget, this part must not show. And I brought it down. So at the end of the day, this is going to be here, and I'm going to be lacing this way. Now, for me to be able to do that, I want to make sure that I open up all of these parts so that this can easily fit into that place. I don't want a situation where when I want to finally bottom, because of the fact that this part is thick, it will not place. You understand? You will place outer sole, and you find out that it has one open space like that in between this corner. That's the reason I want to open. So basically, that's how I was able to locate that part. You understand? So I'm going to hold this down a bit so that I can actually also you can use nail, please. It doesn't have to be a stapler. You can use nail. So from what I have right here, if I go in here, so I'm going to be having it this way. I'm going to pull it to come to this side. I'm also going to pull. I've not started. I just want to show us before I wrap. So like I said, I'm going to use my pen. and just cut all around. So these are the finishing technique you can embrace. Please, if you're in any of my class, kindly help me to share the link. I don't want this to take long because I'm still coming back in the afternoon to show us how I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to open like that and do the same thing here. Now you have to do this with a lot of care. The best time to do this is when immediately you actually place the cardboard. But I had to delay it because I wanted to show us. If not, I would have removed it off the camera. But I just wanted to show us how I got here. That's the reason for this sudden live session this morning. So I want you to note that you can do this for sandals, ordinary sandals as well. Please do this with care. So you have to do it with care, like I said. So basically, that's what I'm just going to do all around it, just to ensure that when I finish my lacing process, this is going to be sitting right in here. And when it's sitting right in there, I don't know if you can see it. There's no way, if you place anything on top of it, you can see that the gap is no more there. So it gives it a very neat finishing. That's the advantage. I will have actually done this and just come in the afternoon to show us, but I felt somebody would need this. That's why I quickly run in to show us. Like I said, I have a class soon, so I will have to run up. Then I'll show you this part as well, what I did to that particular part. So that is what you charge your customers for, not just the material you are buying. It takes a lot of patience to do this. Now you can decide to use two different cardboard, but because of the kind of corporate shoe that I'm making now, mine is flat. I need you to know, if you want yours as heel, just make use of a heel shoe last that is pointed for it, please. It's still the same process. So can you see what I have right there? I'm sure you can see it. So this is what you're going to be having. So let's go to the back part. Now, considering the back part of the design, I did not literally get that kind of ring. I could not get that kind of ring that was used in that particular what did you call it? So I decided to actually use my own. I decided to change my own to a boku design. So you can also decide to use any kind of ring you like. There are some D ring, there are some round ring, there are some rectangular ring. You can use either of those ones, you understand, for it if you cannot find it. Because for me, I believe at every point in time when you want to create anything, you should be able to improvise in case you cannot find. All you need to do is whoever is sending you the design, just inform them so that they will be aware of what is happening and why. You understand? So you can see. So I'm going to just place this. It's supposed to be on top of it. So exactly where I want it to be is where I'm going to actually place it. Like it's like this and like this. So all I did was create all my patterns. That's what I want you to know. I had to create all of my patterns first. My upper pattern, I created all the upper. After that, I went ahead and begin to position it just like you see me do, and that's how I got all the openings that I need. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I had already marked it before, you can see. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So I will cut it open so much so that by the time I place my outer sole, come on now, it will lay so flat. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So that's basically why I actually quickly ran to show us this today. Yes, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to just open, try to open this one too, then go this way, and I try to see if so. Like I said, please immediately you first of all create your patterns first, all of your upper, prepare your upper first. So after doing all of that, then you can proceed to your insole so that you can be able to do all of this before you wrap. Now I don't know if some people do this after the wrap, but it's not like you can't do it. But for me, I think I prefer to do this after and before I wrap, so that it will be easy for me to wrap, because I'm going to wrap it around it like that. I'm going to wrap it around it like that. I need to be checking the time. Okay. I've also taught on how you can actually create this particular insole on my channel. Yes, I've taught. Whichever one you want me to actually link you with, you can actually comment and I will check it and help you out with it. You can just comment, oh, how to create the insole, this particular insole template. Then I will just send you a link to a video that I taught that. So we have to be very careful here. It's because I've done this for a while. I will have actually fixed this shoe. I just wanted to share with us. So whatever you do on this side, you will just go ahead and do on the second leg too. As long as you have gotten one of them, you can go ahead and do the same thing on the second one. I'm sure you can see what I have here. So with this one now, all I need to do is just to place this here and then use it to mark where I will be, what I'll be doing for the second one. You understand? So I'm just going to try as much as possible to place this way. My pen, my pen, my pen, my pen. So I'm sure you can see this. So I have it here. You want to come down too and do the same thing. I have it here and here. So go to the other side. Is here. Like I said, I will be back by 3 p.m. by God's grace to come and show us how we are going to be lasting it and all of that. I'm sure you can see that. So I'm just going to do the same thing right here. So let's say I want to open by about 1.5 or 1 centimeter all around. I've taught us this trick before. So you can see what it looks like. So you do the same thing on this side. This one is just to bring down. The same thing on this side. It's not compulsory that it should reach this place, so if it's quite long. So I'm just going to cut like I cut the first one. I'm sure you can see like I cut the first one. So one of those things that I will do to this upper, let me show us to before we call it a day, just to prepare us for that one. So after you have stitched like this, you don't leave it like that, so that the edge, you know, maybe after some times you now find that the edge is somehow looking like this, except you want it to have, you know, this touch at the edge. If not, your option is to open it and apply your adhesive and use it to turn it very well. So let's hope this will be dry before. If I thought of this, I would have actually quickly do that. Why? So I'm going to put it on the two of them, on the two sides. I've already notched all of them. So please let me know if you have any question. You can ask me and I will quickly respond before I run out of here. So I think this is okay. We're going to do the same thing here as well. So I'm still going to apply on this one as well. Please let me open the door for somebody. So we'll just allow it to dry. So when it's dry, I will just go ahead and fold it for us to see. Let me see if the first one is already dry. Not so well. It's not really very dry. Let me just cut the second one. While I cut and quickly wait for it to dry up. If you have any question, please ask. Be careful so that you will not end up tearing the EVA foam at the front, because that one too is important too. Okay, somebody is saying something. Can you help me check?
Thank you so much for this. Yeah, she said hi.
Okay. Thank you too. Thank you too. Thank you too. Okay. So as you can see what I have right here, I'm just going to, don't forget that this is the inner part and this is the outer part. I mean, this is the lining, this is the main leather. So at this point, you want to, when you want to fold it in, intentionally make sure that, you know, you have applied adhesive on the two sides. You want to fold it in this way. So much so that what you have here, can you see what I'm having? That is what it will look like. You have already used your adhesive to hold that part. You can still add more adhesive, but make sure that it doesn't reach here. I'm supposed to add it. It's supposed to reach about somewhere here. But I just wanted to show us how I did the fold. And because, like I said, I have a class very soon and I'm going to have to stop. Can you see what I'm trying to do? You make sure that this comes up. I hope you are seeing that. It's because we have already added adhesive. That's why we can do all of that. So you can see what it looks like. So by the time we place it, can you see that mostly they are not going to see the, what did they call it, the, yes, all of these, our edges, and you know, is it M you just call it? So I'm still going to apply more adhesive on this side so that I will just stop around here and place it there, because by the time I want to last, I'm not going to last together. And see the way it's comfortably going in here. Can you see the way it's comfortably going in? So with that, in short, the stress is less. It's not for this leg. I just place it on it. So you can see what we have already. So thank you for joining me on this. I just didn't want to do it alone and come and be explaining. That's why I said let me quickly come. So we're going to see 3 p.m. today by God's grace. I hope power supply will comply. All right, I'm going to see you soon. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for commenting. I can see Israel. Yes, I think yes, Israel. Yes, thank you to everyone. And I'm going to see us 3 p.m. Let me go have my class and I'll be back by 3 p.m. Yes, by God's grace. So go and set an alarm for 3 p.m. We'll complete. Okay.